Greetings. This is Lee Byrd and Bobby Byrd of Cinco Puntos Press, coming to you from El Paso, Texas, here in celebration of National Poetry Month. We've been doing videos of some of our most celebrated poets. One of them is Benjamin Aguirre Sáenz, and the other one is Bobby Byrd. And we have more to come too. So Bobby, take it away.
Thank you, Lee. And I thank you, people, for listening. This is an interesting experiment for us. I will be reading two poems. And I'm going to read the first poem is a celebration of New York City and the people of New York City. All of us are suffering because of their suffering. They're going through just terrible times during this time of pandemic. So I'm going to read a poem that celebrates them. It was written during a time when I was visiting there in the month of May. The tulips are out and the spring is happening. And when you'd come out of the subway, there was always a guy there at that time, I forget the year, that would hand you a piece of paper. And the paper said the world is coming to end the next day. It was based on a prediction, a prophecy from some guy reading Timothy and Paul. And so this is the poem I wrote. What was supposed to happen didn't happen. The world was supposed to end yesterday, but Paul and Timothy got it wrong. They talked to God to see where their math went askew. God said the end of the world needs more juice. Juice like that jazz sextet at the African market on 116th. The other side of Malcolm X, three black guys on the brass horns talking age of Aquarius, talking Zulu. Piano Cuban talks back voodoo, bebop, mojo. Middle-aged Jewish drummer guy in a wife beater translates the word. Skinny Asian American woman thumping the stand-up bass. My gosh, how did she get here? Maybe this is the end of the world. No wonder the Muslims are praising Allah on their prayer rugs, ignoring that ancient Japanese guy slurping at his noodles. Rumor is that the old man is enlightened, although you'd never guess it. He's eyeing the young women of poetry. Lesbians are straight. He has no preferences. They are wearing skirts. They are wearing naked legs. Their hips sway to keep time with the music. They prophesy the yin and the yang. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. The rhythms and the riffs are our gate into the meadow. Sometimes summertime, and the living is easy, sweetheart. Yes, maybe the world has already ended. Maybe we're the last to know. And another poem of celebration. It's a crazy time, this time of pandemic. And it's a time to rejoice in, at the same time, in humanity. We have friends who are sick. We have friends who are dying. But for some reason in all of this, we as human beings have been drawn closer and closer together. So this is a poem about me making a good pot of beans, and I do make a good pot of beans. So I wrote this poem, I make a good pot of beans. Christians like my beans, right wing, left wing, they like my beans. Buddhists like my beans. Muslims and Jews like my beans. Agnostics and atheists, Mexicans and gringos, vegetarians and meat eaters. Phyllis and Bill like my beans. Does Megan like my beans? Yes, yes, Megan likes my beans. They all like my beans. Even the drunks down the street like my beans. And I know some politicians who like my beans. Likewise, some ex-cons and thieves. Friends of mine, all of them. Poets, of course, like my beans, perhaps some novelists, who knows? A few holy men, a few holy women, not too many wise folks out there. Be careful who you listen to. My kids and grandkids like my beans. My wife likes my beans. She really likes it when I cook my beans. Write me a letter, a real letter, the old fashioned way. Buy a stamp, a postcard. I'll send you the recipe for my beans. Thank you very much.